Guys, it's byscreenside here, and I've got a new build for you today. Today's build is called Slant Modern because it's got slanty roofs, and that was the name that I chose because I said basically. JK. Anyway, yeah, so I'm excited to bring you this build. I really like the way that this one turned out. I've been building modern builds in Oasis Springs a lot recently, and so I just kind of that's what I've been inspired to do here lately, and that's what I did. I did another one of these. It's actually been almost a week since I built this, but it's been a very busy week. I've had a lot going on, and so I'm just now finally being able to post a video, and I'm excited about that. Uh, we've got vampires coming out tomorrow. And in case you're watching this in the future, I'm going to talk about vampires for a minute. Um, Lots of folks have I go up on YouTube, have like their advanced copies, and I'm really jealous. I mean, it's only one day, but still, I'm like so jealous because I've been seeing like lots of builds and gameplay, and but I want it. I want it. Some of the Victorian stuff, as I thought it was gonna, like, the build and buy was gonna be awesome because usually game packs have really good build and buy, and I've already seen it. So I won't be doing a reaction. Normally I do, or I have been for the past couple of packs, but those videos actually like take a really long time, and by the time I get my hands on the pack, usually like people have advanced copies and you've already seen it. So I'm just gonna get right into the building as soon as I get the pack, and probably will be playing it a lot because the gameplay looks really interesting and fun, and I'm excited about it. I wasn't initially uh, interested in the idea of vampires, but now that I've seen the gameplay and especially the build and buy, I'm stoked. I'm ready to play me some vampires. I really like a lot of vampire related stuff, like TV shows and things like that. So I don't know, maybe at some point I might be playing some, but right now, as I mentioned in my last build video, my work schedule has changed. I work full time, and so that just happened on this past Sunday for me. So I'm just getting used to everything and seeing how it's all gonna work. So nothing's set in stone yet. I did ask on my last build about like what people's preferences are. If you prefer like a more scheduled video schedule, or if you're just like cool with whenever there's a video. And thank you guys so much because I got a lot of excellent feedback and things like that. And so, yeah, I'm taking that all into consideration for here in the future, and I should be able to say something more significantly solid about it within the next week or two. So, hooray, huzzah, and all of those things that mean excitement. So yeah, this is a obviously, like I said, modern house, and it is 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms in total. I really like the way this one came out. Modern's not my favorite style, but it just came out as a house that was fun to sim in. I actually played in it for a while because I always jump in and play test, and when I'm play testing, then the welcome wagon comes, and I've been play testing with a toddler, so because I've been, this build includes a toddler room, as did my last build, because I feel like that's kind of now a necessary facet for any family home. Obviously, not everything I build is going to be a family home, but I feel like if it's a family home, toddler uh, inclusion is important at this point, and I know everybody's probably still really excited to be playing toddlers. So yeah, there's a toddler room. Don't worry, your toddlers have some space in here if you want to play this build. And it kind of goes with my last modern build, which was Sunburst Modern. So in terms of the color scheme and everything, it kind of is sort of like a it's like a sister or brother to the Sunburst Modern build. So if you uh, I'm thinking maybe I might just kind of do like a bit of an Oasis Springs, not I don't want to say series because it's not like going to be like I don't know, like a schedule or anything like that, but just I think that maybe when I go and build in Oasis Springs, I'll kind of keep things like thematically similar. So eventually, at some point, there will be like several builds that work in Oasis Springs, and all kind of like match stylistically speaking. So yeah, because I noticed on the map, this is in my build world where obviously where I make my builds, and I saw it was neat, like it's I built this in a different section of Oasis Springs than the one I built Sunburst Modern in, because this is the more deserty section, because there's a section of Oasis Springs that like where the ground is sand and desert, and then there's a section that's or two sections that the ground blah, 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 the ground is more green, and this is obviously in the more like sandy, deserty part than I built the last build, but still they look kind of complementary to each other on the map. So that might be that might be something in the future. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let me know in the comments if that would be something that you would like. Like a maybe an all one neighborhood that sort of goes together that you can put in your game. Because I think it's kind of cool. Like, I usually will keep my saves sort of thematically similar to each other. If that makes any sense. If I make any sense, like I might have one world where all my builds are like a little bit more futuristic and modern, and one world where my builds are like more traditional or uh, more old styley. I don't know words, yay. But yeah, if you get what I'm saying and you have an opinion on that, go ahead and share it. That'd be cool. This kitchen is really red. I realized I never really do red kitchens. I haven't done one before, so that was something that I was like, hey, we've got all these red cabinets and counters, and let's do something fun with that. So I went like really red, and I used items from the debug catalog a lot in this house. Because when I was building, I just happened to remember like, hey, we've got these really cool like microscope prints and different things. I think it was mainly microscope prints that I used. I didn't really use any of like the observatory space prints, but I used like three, I think, of the microscope prints. I don't know if you have to have debug turned on when you download it. I don't think you would have to, but there have been times that I've downloaded houses that I know were supposed to have debug items in them from watching the videos on YouTube, and they didn't actually come through in the gallery. So if you're not familiar with the debug cheat where you can access the hidden items in the game, the cheat for that is bb.show hidden objects or show hidden items. Oh, now I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, it is. It's bb.show hidden objects. So you open up your cheat panel with Control Shift C like you normally would, and type in bb.show hidden objects, and then in the search filter you can type in the word debug, debug, and that will show you the hidden items in the game. And so if you're kind of at a loss with like what clutter items or different things that you want to hang up on your walls or anything like that, that's always an option to remember if you're building, that there's a lot of stuff in the debug menu that you can use for decorating. And so yeah, so I use some of the microscope prints because I think that they're really like artistic and cool. Like the that particular one here now you can see hanging in the kitchen. But I will warn you that going through the debug menu, it's a lot of scrolling and looking around, and sometimes it's really hard to see those items. So I kind of cut around sections where of the video where it's just me scrolling through menus for like a really long time. So, yes, Debug is a really awesome resource for building if you're looking to do something a little bit different than maybe, or like kind of change up what you normally do. But be warned that it is a pretty major pain in the tushy when you're scrolling through item after item after item after item after item, blah, 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 on and on and on. You get it. So yeah. By the way, if you hear like noises or anything randomly going on, it's I'm recording at a different time of the day than I normally do. Usually it's like in the middle of the night and nobody's up or doing anything. And today it's just now like 4:30 in the afternoon, so people are in and out of the apartment, and or not in and out of the apartment, in and out of the building, and my boyfriend's home and watching a movie in the back room, and so yeah, there might be some random noises. This headset's usually pretty good about canceling out noise. Random, but I don't know, maybe interesting. I did buy like a really nice, sort of expensive microphone uh, to do like my recordings and things. And and this is like a, I don't know, maybe $30 headset that I use right now. It's just a like a a Logitech headset or something. And I bought like one of those like Yeti microphones. It's not like the most expensive brand, but it's like, or the most expensive option, but it's like maybe like the middle level, and it has like a buzzing sound to it. It didn't work very well at all, and I was kind of disappointed. Maybe it was just that I got one that was defective, and I'm gonna maybe try a different one. But yeah, I was kind of like, this is like a cheap headset, and it works a lot better than the expensive microphone that I tried. Random, sort of unrelated, sort of not, but anyway, just thought I'd mention that if in case you're interested in ever recording videos yourself. Cheap headset works pretty well. I it usually is pretty good about canceling out noise in the background. So yeah, obviously we're in the interior now. Other than talking about the kitchen, I haven't said much. So the kitchen's really red, and I use like a lime sort of, not like a, maybe more like a celery, I would say, color scheme in the living room. So it's sort of like a light green or lime green. I use this rug from the movie Hangout Stuff Pack. I think that it's really cool. I mean, I think it's kind of a busy rug, but it's small, and it's not like the room in and of itself, it's not incredibly like overwrought with a lot of like busyness or items that are like have a lot of prints on them or anything. So most of it, the rest of it is solid colored in the room. So I felt like the rug added a nice little element of interest. I think that's a really pretty rug. I like a lot of the stuff that came with the movie Hangout Stuff Pack. As far as build and buy, it's probably my favorite of the stuff packs, maybe. I don't know. And then I'll see something else and that'll totally change my mind. So, but anyway, it is a favorite of mine. I love that pack. I can tell you from having seen the build and buy stuff that is coming in the vampire game pack, that's full of stuff that I'm going to be using a lot. So so be warned, you're going to see a lot of the content from the vampire stuff pack coming up. I think you, so if you're interested in that, I mean, I just love Victorian style things, and Victorian houses are my absolute favorite, but there's just not a lot of stuff in The Sims that really allow for recreate, because Victorian houses are so ornate, and we just don't have the kind of things in the game that allow you to really recreate that ornate style that Victorian houses have. And I saw that like what's coming up in this pack is going to be a huge leap forward in terms of being able to recreate Victorian style houses. So I think like my favorite houses in the world are like the kind that you see in like maybe like San Francisco. There's a lot of like really colorful and just really awesome Victorian houses with a lot of character. I think that's right. I think it's San Francisco that I'm thinking of. But I don't know if you've ever seen the TV show Charmed, which is not like it's not like the best show in the world, but the house that it's like a show about like sisters who are witches, with like Alyssa Milano. And anyway, like it was I think a 90s early 2000s show, but the house, oh my goodness, that is probably my dream house, the house that they live in that. For some reason, any show like, or it seems like any show with witches in it have, or movies have really amazing houses. Like the movie Practical Magic, the house that they live in that movie, oh my goodness. It is so stunningly gorgeous, and it's another sort of Victorian style house. But that one's like more of like a seaside house, and I think Charm does take place in San Francisco, if not mistaken. Now I have to stop and look up a second thing. Here we go. Yes, San Francisco. Yep, I looked it up. That's right. So, so if you've never seen that show, just Google like images of the house in the TV show Charmed, and it's like, ah, it's so pretty. That's the kind of house I would like to be able to recreate a little bit more in The Sims. There's a lot of like gorgeous stained glass and interesting color. Yeah, so this toddler room, I kind of wanted to keep it unisex, but I feel like I wanted to do a different color scheme than like yellow, and so I chose the gray and black, but there is a lot of pink and red. So I guess it's a little bit on the feminine side, but I don't think your male toddlers would mind. Since there was room, I put in a second toddler bed so you could have twin toddlers in this room very easily. But if you wanted, you could also swap out one of those beds for a child bed if that suits your needs a little bit better. And then I did put in a bath right off of this room so that you could easily, give your toddlers a bath and put them to bed, bleh, um, all at once. And so this is a pretty good house for keeping a toddler. And my play testing sim that I just sort of like, I'll build and then I'll move her into the house. She has a toddler, so I've been making sure that, that the houses, or this house in particular, works well for toddler care and they don't have anything getting in their way or stopping them from using any of the items. I always play test my houses to make sure that they work well. This room that we're working now is like a teen boys bedroom. I did build a special room for the gaming rig. One thing that you can do, I used an archway in this room, but one of the drawbacks of the gaming rig is that when your Sims have other Sims over to visit, they have a tendency to get like really obsessed with getting in the gaming rig and just playing forever. I've had Sims that have had gaming rigs in their house where another Sim will come and like spend the night, and like I've seen Sims like spend so many hours, you can see that they're visibly bored in that gaming rig, but they still don't get out of it. So you could swap out the archway for a door and lock it if that's something that frustrates you, because I know it drives me a little bit bananas. So yeah. Speaking of bananas, I made myself a really delicious banana smoothie earlier. Unrelated, but hey, it was like pineapples and bananas and lemon juice and some other stuff, and it was awesome. So you guys needed to know that, didn't ya? Phew. Anyway, so yeah, I like this teen boys room. I really like the color scheme and the way that this turned out. And I used the pop art sloth painting that I have not used that, I don't think, in any builds since, I don't think actually ever. I see it a lot. It's like a fairly popular item that I see other builders use, but I think that might be the first time legitimately that I've used that item. So this room is for the parents, for the rents. It's just sort of more of your basic uh, bedroom. I added in a closet because I realized that we did not have one in the build yet, and also a vanity in the corner. And I chose this to be the parents' room. It's not the biggest room in the build, but is the build, or the room that has the balcony. So if it were me, choosing a room, I would probably choose the one with the balcony. And parents always get the first pick of the room in the house. So, but the teenage girls' room is actually probably the biggest one in the house overall. And but they all have like pretty cool rooms with pretty cool stuff. Like the teen boy has a punching bag and the gaming rig and a computer, and the teen girl's room is, which we'll see in a few minutes here, has the console and a TV and a computer and a fishbowl because fish. But yeah, so one thing that you don't see in the build part of the video, but you will see in the screenshots, is I did add in a little bit of a pool and some more landscaping because I felt like the front of the house was a little bit bare. So you would see probably also from the thumbnail that there is a little bit more to the exterior than what you saw building earlier because I wanted a little bit more content out there. So now we're in the teen girls room, and um, I really like the way that this room turned out. I mean, I like the way all the rooms turned out, really. Um, this one I went with sort of like it's a very colorful room, lots of yellow, purple, pink, and turquoise. So there's a lot of like different wall art and stuff. So it's got a lot of personality. And I like this particular bed for teen girls. I don't know why I've been using that one a lot, but I think that really looks like a teen girl's bed, something that a teen girl would be into. And I put the bookshelf in initially, but then I decided to swap it out for a closet, which you'll see shortly, because I just felt like that was more like teen girl oriented to have a closet where she can maybe like get in and try on outfits with her friends and stuff whenever maybe she has a club or something that comes over and hangs out. I don't know. You'll have to ask her. But but yeah, so lots of yellow and purple and stuff, and it's cute. So I did wind up swapping out this desk too. Also, I did forget to say right at the start, I did a new little intro piece, so let me know if you like that, if you think it's cool. I thought it was cool. I liked the little music. I don't know, talking is hard right now. I thought that maybe I would be a little bit more coherent because it's earlier in the day, but at the same time, like I'm also kind of sleep deprived because I've been adjusting my daily rhythm. Like I've totally had to change the time of day that I would normally like wake up and go to bed. And so I am admittedly a little bit out of it right now. So my apologies. Of course, you're probably used to me being a little bit rambly by now because it's just sort of my nature. Um, but most of you graciously put up with it, and I thoroughly appreciate that. So thank you. I wanted her to have like a lot of like different wall art and maybe some things that on the floor. Like I kind of like tucked that one behind her bed. Like maybe it was a cartoon or something that she was into a few years ago, but she's not that into it now. So she's just kind of got it like on the floor behind her bed instead of displayed on the wall. Same with this other little piece right here. Like it's a little bit tucked behind the curtain. Like maybe she's kind of like, I still kind of like that, but not really that much anymore. I don't know. So that was my teen girl voice, by the way. What do you think? I think I need a nap. That's what I think. So I use the cork board so that way she can get postcards and things. And I use the shelves from the new toddler patch in this room as well because I thought it could work for a teen girl. I think those are pretty cute. I wouldn't mind those. So yeah, I added those items in as well, just as a little bit of extra wall decoration for her room. And I think that they look pretty cute. I like this room overall. It just very much to me has a nice teen vibe. So there's this house really accommodates, a family quite well, I think. little grill because you got to be able to grill out some stuff. And I put another little table and chairs out here so that your Sims could munch outside. A easel, and so just a little like creativity room here. And I did put the bookshelf down in this area. And just doing a few finishing touches at this point. We're going to be onto the screenshots very shortly, throwing in some lights and things. And I also put a stereo here in the living room, so there's, a chessboard and a piano. And in the final version, I did change out the bar, which you'll see in the screenshots, because I think that bar is kind of ugly and I didn't like it. So I put the bar. I like the idea of the bar in the living room for, when your Sims come over, they can easily entertain with the stereo and the bar in the living room. Um, yeah. But yeah, we're getting ready to move into the screenshots here in just a moment. Okay, so now we have a shot of the exterior of the house. And this is the finished living room with a sleepy toddler in it. And another shot of the finished living room. Then we have this is the, easel area, little creativity room off the kitchen. This is the completed kitchen with lots of bright red in it. I like the vibrant red. I think it looks really interesting. This is the upstairs bedroom for the parents and the balcony off of the parents' bedroom. Then we have the toddler room, and we have a few shots of that because I'm still excited and into the toddler stuff that we got. I think it's so cute and so imaginative. I think the Sims team did a great job with it. This is the teen boys room with the gaming rig and the punching bag and the sloths. Those are so cute. This is the teen girls room, as you can see, and another shot of the teen girls room with her old poster there behind her bed. This is the pool that you didn't see me build earlier. So, and this is the back of the house. So thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback in the comment section below. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!